Hey everybody, it's Eddie J on crypto for growmybag.tv. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? There is a lot going on. As you know, the market has tanked. It has definitely tanked. So the other night we were talking about, Earn came on and said, hey, we're probably going to hit like 80. And I was like, I don't know about that. We'll see. He was right. We had a macro event that could do it. Everybody was thinking about a different topic that would do it. But the macro event is tariffs. Again, we'll get into that as we get into the numbers, but let's hit the news. Bitcoin falls below $92,000. It's currently at $87,000. $87,000. 87. Why is that? Well, remember those tariffs that we had before that sent the market reeling? And then, hey, we'll give it a 30-day pause. Well, that pause is out the window, and now we've got tariffs again. That's what happened. That's what happened, right? It sent everybody reeling at the moment. Then, the new regime's talking crazy about, the war in Ukraine. There's just a lot going on. Tariffs against Europe, just tariffs across the board against everyone. There are better ways to handle things. I can totally understand you want to renegotiate contracts. But this could have been done in a better way so it wasn't so volatile to the market. And we're not just talking about the crypto market. We're talking about everything. Everything. So that's a problem. Michael McCaskill, good morning, sir. Oh, yeah. And did you do your homework? I mean, it's only 15 minutes. I'm only asking for 15 minutes. Should have done your homework. Just saying. Then you've got opposition in the Bitcoin reserve bills that's happening right now. Yesterday it was Montana. Today it's yesterday and today is Montana and North Dakota. Texas is having issues. And here's the kicker. It's not Democrats that are pushing back. It's Republicans. Now, if you stop and you think about it, I think there's a lot of short-term thinking that's going on. If you think about the kind of bills that were put forward, some of these bills had really lofty goals. I think the ones that have more modest goals are probably going to do well. Utah, I think, is going to do well. But when you look at these things, I'm sitting there and saying to myself, that was not a good idea. You hopped on board to Bitcoin. You didn't know what it was. You don't know what crypto is. You should have bought my book. You should have bought my book, Crypto Foundations on Growing Multi-Generational Wealth. Why? Because that would have given you a baseline on what crypto is, its origins, what it means, what it does, how does it act, how does it interact with traditional finance, what's DeFi, just all kinds of mystical questions that people have when they're just starting with crypto. They didn't do that. They just jumped on a bandwagon and just started tossing around bills without having true understanding, for the most part. And then others that probably have no understanding at all, or just have lettuce hands, saw the market tank and were like, no, I would never be able to explain that to my constituents, so I'm not going to do it. Understandable. But they're, again, looking at short term. So the people that brought the bills possibly looking at short term gains, and the people that are against the bills possibly looking at short term losses. When the market is down, that's actually the right time to get into crypto. I'm just saying. If you believe in it, it's the right time to get in. Excuse me. So when I look at some of these bills, I'm like, keep your bills at like 5-10%. Stop putting dollar numbers on the bills. Just use percentages. That's one. What else would I have done? As I presented the bill, I would have presented what it means to have that kind of reserve. What would you use that reserve for? How can it be leveraged? I would have given education with it. That's not what they did. So now you're seeing, like I said, Montana, North Dakota, Texas, all having problems with the bills, and those aren't the only states. So out of 21, 22 states, you've got a few states that have said, nope, put your brakes on, not doing it. And these are, Republican-controlled states, by the way. right? So you were thinking, well, but Republican, thought about it. The new regime wants it. So how could it fail? This is how it can fail. This is how it can fail, right? Had the new regime handled tariff negotiations in a less volatile way, could still be in the same position, but in a less volatile way, the markets wouldn't have tanked. Now, there are those that are thinking the markets tanked on purpose because that's what they want. They want the suppression so that they can buy in on the low. Those that can. And that's understandable to think that. That really is understandable to think that, because I know a lot of people that have dry powder. I know a lot of institutions that are going out there and saying, oh, we're going to buy right now. Michael Saylor dropped a note yesterday on X. You want to know what that note said? Bitcoin is on sale. That was the note. That was the note. Bitcoin is on sale. Yeah. A dip is a sale price. So, like I keep telling everybody, there's a saying: when you see blood in the streets, invest, even if it's your own blood. Right now, what are we seeing? Blood in the streets. So instead of having lettuce hands, you should be calculating how you could get in, how you can buy more. Do you have any dry powder on the side that you can get in with? These are the things that I'm thinking about. I do have dry powder on the side, and I am thinking about how I'm going to get in. But I'm waiting a little bit because I want the fallen daggers to be done. I'm not trying to catch a fallen dagger. So I'm waiting just a little bit longer, maybe 1 or 2 days. I'll wait, get in. My time frame to get out again is probably April, May, just like another one of my friends. And we'll see what happens. The EU sanctions Russian crypto exchange Garantex. I'm sitting back and I'm just going, why did it take so long? How were they not sanctioned before? But I guess because they wanted to have more leverage to pull, and, in case things got worse. Well, guess what? Things got worse, and that's why this came. And I won't be surprised if there's more to come. Then you've got the crypto market plunging, and you have other stocks that are plunging. You have tech stocks that are plunging. And I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. The other day, Majorana, I think that's how you pronounce it. Was good, Chicano. Excuse me. That's exactly it. Strive, engage, connect. That's right. That's what the Grow My Bag community is all about. That's what it's all about. Now, when I look at the market plunging, I'm looking at like Microsoft saying, "Hey, we're gonna pull back possibly on a couple of data center contracts. We might not need them." There are signals that are out there, the way companies are moving, that's saying to me, "Yeah, we could be in for some turbulence." You want to know what word I've been hearing for the past 2 days? Recession. That's the word. So yeah, I'm preparing for a recession. I got some cash on the side, and I have some digital value sitting there, and I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for that because I think that's a real deal. I told you, end of the year, the second half of the year, I'm not thinking is going to be good. I'm not thinking it's going to be good. So what am I looking for? I'm looking to take some money, put it on the side. I'm looking to invest wisely, looking at all those different things, right? And be ready to pull out of certain investments while they're at their high or close to it, so that when everything drops, I'm ready to get back in, because that's what I'm expecting. Now, mind you, we do have some really good news coming, right? You've got a whole bunch of ETFs that have been acknowledged, which means they're on that timeline for good news over the next few months. So I think that's going to help buoy things. I think things with tariffs are going to wind up easing. I mean, they'll be put in place whatever happens, but the initial shock will be over. Now, here's something that I'm really paying attention to. The shock of the tariffs coming in is making everybody look over there. I'm looking for what's really going on over here. That's what I'm paying attention to, because that's going to be huge. That's going to be huge, everybody. Then you've got CEO predicts selective alt season. And it's not just any CEO. It's the crypto quant CEO, Ki Young-ju. And they're arguing that altcoin surges will be more selective in the future, driven by ETF approvals and sustainable projects rather than broad market rallies. Yeah, I can buy into that. Absolutely. I can buy into that. Absolutely. Meme coins, out, gone, done. Right? Can they come back? Most likely, because they're fun. People like to have fun with them. But as people, start thinking about things, they're going to start thinking, yeah, I don't have time for meme coins right now. I have time to make money. I think that's what people are going to be looking at. Right? So I can definitely buy into that perspective that things will grow, but specific things that mean something. So when I look at the meme coins that are out there, Doge just took it on the chin. Shiba Inu just took it on the chin. You have a lot, just every single coin, and we'll get into numbers in a couple of minutes. Almost every single number out there has taken it on the chin. And I'm sitting back and I'm saying to myself, the ones that'll come back will be the ones that are doing something, right? Especially the ones that are connective tissue. And we'll walk through some of them when we go through the numbers, but that's my theory on everything that's going on, because nothing outperforms Bitcoin over a long period of time. That's been the history. That's if you're holding. If you're just holding, that's true. But if you're trading a little bit, you could stand to make some really good money. You could stand to make some really good money. And the reason why is because if you're holding, yes, that's absolutely true. Bitcoin, nothing outperforms Bitcoin. Got it. However, on the initial upswing, if you actually trade and you pay attention, you can see how altcoins drop hard, but also rise fast, right? So I'm going to take a gamble and I'm going to say Shiba Inu is going to rise fast. Cardano will rise fast. And like I said, we'll get into it when we get into numbers in a couple of seconds, but there's a little bit more news that I want to cover for you. Bitcoin dropped a hell of a lot. Like I said, right now it's down to, I believe, 87,000, 87 and change. And it's for obvious reasons. It's for very obvious reasons. Something that, made me stop and think. Yesterday I covered that Citadel is thinking about getting into crypto. But I want you to know who Citadel is. Yes, Citadel is a big company. They've done a lot of big things. Ken Griffin is a big boy in the business. He's done a lot of big things, but not everything's been good. He's one of the people, or he and his cronies are some of the people that shorted GameStop. That was probably the most infamous move that they've made. Something else that they've done, they've shorted GlaxoSmithKline. And it's the first time somebody's, shorted GlaxoSmithKline since 2013. Since 2013. Interesting. I believe they also came out and said they're shorting Strategy. They're also shorting Auto Trader Group. They've got a long list of shorts. That's how they make their money. Doing shorts. So Ken Griffin and Citadel getting into crypto because they want to do crypto trading. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Because they're all about the negative. They want to introduce liquidity. That means they'd have to go buy a lot. Do you see how the manipulation can happen? They have to go buy a lot. They go buy a lot. And they drip, 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 drip to bring the market down. I could definitely see that. That is clear as day. I could see that. Not saying it's going to happen. I'm just saying it's clear as day to me. Right? And I'm just like, yeah, I don't know that I like that idea. But can't stop them. The only way to stop them is to be successful. Let your success be somebody else's downfall. Right? All those that put you down, all that good stuff. Let's be successful. What are the 3 things I asked you to do? The GMB 3. Do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. And that last one is ridiculously important. And here's why. Invest doesn't mean just put your money in. Investment is also understanding when to pull your money out. Good morning, Kendrick Green. It's also understanding when to pull your money out. So you need to pay attention. Again, you need to do your own research. You need to know your entries and exits. And you absolutely need to invest deliberately. Be sure in your moves. Like I said earlier, some of these bills for Bitcoin reserves, doing it for the sake of doing it, those are ones that are going to fail. Doing it because you want to do it and you know why, you know how you're going to use it, and you know all this kind of stuff, and you're going to educate people about it, those will probably be successful. But right now, like I said, Montana, North Dakota, and Texas, like Montana and North Dakota already got the no. Texas is having problems. So you've got big red states that are pushing back and saying, nah, we're good off that. That's kind of a big deal. That's kind of a big deal. But you know what we should do? That's right. We should get into the numbers. Let's go do that. Let me get my face out of the way. Do that. Get my notes out of the way. Boom. So today's Tuesday. We got a lot of Fed speak. We got the Case-Shiller Home Price Index popping up. Consumer confidence popping up. 9 a.m., 10 a.m. Respectively. So that's going to be news for today. DeFi Llama, what do we have? Wow. Do you see that huge drop? That's a drop of about $10 billion in total value locked. We're down to $107 billion in total value locked. That's the DeFi space. We're definitely in extreme fear right now at 25. Yesterday we were neutral at 49. Yeah, we're not feeling good right now. When I drew these, right? When I drew these lines, we were on the upswing. And we'll move this over a little bit so you can see what happened. What does this look like? This right here, this line right here, that's exactly when the tariff announcements hit. We took a steep dive. We changed the angle a little bit, and then we took another steep dive. And then it was announced, oh yeah, right here, oh yeah, well actually right here, oh yeah, we're going to, give a 30-day pause, and then everything started building back up. Right? What have we done? Look at where we are right now. We're all the way down here. All the way down here. We've hit as low as $86,000. Look at that. Tariffs again. Tariffs again. I wonder if I can extend this line. And let's keep the angle right there. One, two, three. Yep. All right. So you come all the way down. We could be going down a lot. We could be going down a lot. I don't think we will. But you can definitely see. Just keep that line. Yeah, right there. That's where we would intersect. You don't want to see this. But we haven't been down here in my green band, in my orange band, in forever. Right now, like I said, we were in the pink band, 93,000 to 99,000. We've now dropped below that number, and we're almost careening toward 82,490. Almost careening toward that. Remember, I keep my bands. The reason why I keep my bands is so that we can kind of measure in the past where we were and where we are in the future, and we're in the past right now. We're in the past right now. Now here's something that really gets me. I'm not shook. The reason why I'm not shook is because we're always going to have macro events that are going to move things. We're always going to have macro events that move things. This is a gift. This is a signal. And for me, I'm just waiting to see how much further we go. There'll be more talk about tariffs all over the news today. Maybe things will subside. If they subside, that's when I'll be back in. I can't call the bottom, but I can watch for it. Maybe this right here is actually the bottom at 86,359 or 86,000. That could be it. But I don't know. Come on. I don't know. And we'll see what happens. Right? We'll see what happens. But that's when I'll get in. When I can see that there's somewhat of a bottom, that's when I'll get in. But now look at this. We got bad news right here. This was originally the bottom, wasn't it? Right here. Look at that. If you look at that number at 91,476, we're not that far off from it. From right there to right there. That's not that far off. You know, those two bottoms right here. Looking at where we are right now, it looks like we still have a way to go. If we're looking at that. That's my dog Stitch. Right? It looks like we probably still have a way to go on that. Hey, boy. Hey, boy. So there's much more going on. You want up? Come here. Up. Oh, you just want to rub on me? Okay. Such a good dog. So I'm just sitting back and I'm thinking this could actually be very interesting. Just saying. When you look at the big board, yeah, this is not pretty. This is nothing but blood. But what did I tell you? When you see blood in the streets, even if it's your own, that's how the saying goes. If you see blood in the streets, even if it's your own, invest. There's a difference between investing and saving. Did you know that? Yeah, I know that. So I'm looking at XRP at 215. I'm looking at BNB at 610. I'm looking at Ethereum. I'm looking at Solana. I'm looking at Cardano. I'm looking at a whole bunch of these that have tanked. I'm looking at Link below $15. I should have recognized this before. Chainlink has not come out with any news in a long time. They kind of just shut up and just let everything go. And I'm wondering if they saw it coming. I feel like this is the perfect buying opportunity with the whale still buying and holding. Yeah, that's the way I'm looking at it. But I'm waiting. The reason why I'm waiting is because do you see how we took a dip over here? You see how long that dip was? Well, you see what I'm saying? And then with everybody using the R word, recession, I'm wondering if we're going to go lower. So I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see. I'm not making any moves. I'm not making any drastic moves. I'm waiting to see if there's going to be another opportunity. You know, like you said, Ethereum being at the $2,400 mark, it was at 23 earlier. I was up at like 4 o'clock. It was at 23 and change. That's no joke. That is no joke, right? So yeah, when I look across the board, look at all this red. I mean, yeah, you got a couple of greens right here in the last couple of minutes, but look at all of this red. Holy moly. This one's still an outlier. Still up 105% year to date. Bitcoin over the past 90 days still up, but year to date bites. You'd had to buy last year in order for you to be in the green. But I'm looking and I'm like, there is a lot of pain going on. But when I look at some of these coins, if you look at the top 25 coins, you've got really good choices on where you could put your money. Some really good choices. So that's what I'm going to be looking at. I'm looking at Shiba Inu at 13. Like what? Sui at 278. Sale. Stellar. Sale. I love Stellar. Litecoin. Sale. Everything is on sale right now. Everything is on sale right now. Something that keeps catching my eye. Toncoin at 344. When you look at the tight space, look at this tight space. Hold it. Let's go right here. Look at this tight space between number 11, number 11 all the way down to number 19. What's that? Like $2 billion? Number 11? Yeah, $2 billion. There's a $2 billion difference. Less than $2 billion difference. Good morning, Paul. That's less than a $2 billion difference between number 11 and number 19. What? Stitch in a minute. You know I'm working. My puppy is a pain in the tail sometimes. So that's what I'm looking at. For me, I'm sitting back and I'm going, yes, for me, this is a buying opportunity. However, I'm waiting because I just don't, this chart doesn't tell me that we're done yet. Just look right here. When tariffs were mentioned, bam, we went down for that long. I don't think we're done yet. Now we could be. If I look at the distance from here to here, maybe. Then of course this was the hack, right? Maybe, but I don't think we're done yet. I do not, that the charts don't tell me that we're done yet. I just don't see it. For everybody that's out there, yes, I'm going to try to get up every morning and have a live show at 6:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every day. That's what I'm shooting for. So I'm practicing right now. I'm trying to get it right. But if we get this right, this will be a regular time. I hope you like it. This is Eddie J on Crypto for GrowMyBag.tv. I hope you like what I'm doing. If you do, smash the likes. Tell your friends about what we've got going on in the Grow My Bag crypto community. Because I don't just deliver news right here in the United States. I'm delivering a global perspective so you can get a better understanding. Why is that? It's because the world has gotten smaller. What happens in another country easily affects another country. So I'm just saying, we've got to be attentive. The 3 things I want you to do: do your own research, know your entries and exits, and absolutely invest deliberately. So for do your own research, which is the first thing you must do, I want you to do 15 minutes of investment study every day. Do that for me. I'll be back again tonight for Crypto Overflow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I hope all of you have a great one. As always, thank you for your time. Thank you for your patience. And most importantly, thank you for your trust. Everybody have a great day. Bye-bye.